Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So today we will have a new lecture from the practical embryology labs. This is lab 5 and we are going to talk about the development of the fetus and the placenta. Okay, so last week the previous lab we talked about the third week of embryonic development, and we've seen that the last result for the development was the formation of the three germ layers, endo, ecto, and mesoderm, and most of the important structure that will give rise to the other tissues and organs in the embryo body. This week we will stop on the development of the fetus and placenta generally in the uterus. So first of all, you need to know about the fetal membrane structures and what they arrived after that divisions that we've seen in the second week of development. So first of all, look at here. We have the embryo surrounded by amniotic fluid, okay, and we have a multi-layered of placenta that will nourish the embryo. Okay, so the chorion is a structure, okay, chorionic sac. Chorion, look at here, this is the chorion. This layer is multi-layered structure, okay, and it consists of somatic layer of extra-embryonic mesoderm. You can say that extra-embryonic somatic mesoderm and cytotrophoblast with the syncytiotrophoblast. Okay, so if I ask you what is the constitution of the chorion, what's the origin of the chorion, you're gonna answer that is extra-embryonic somatic mesoderm and cytotrophoblast with syncytiotrophoblast. These three layers, they will form the chorion. Another structure that is included in the fetal membrane is Eminion. Okay, so it's a large sac. Eminion is a sac that is large one, and it contains a fluid, we call it amniotic fluid. The fetus is suspended in this fluid, and it has many functions. One of these functions is absorbing jolts or absorbing the shocks from outside. إذا احنا نعرف إنه الأمبريو محاط أو الفيتس الجنين محاط بسائل احنا نسميه السائل الأمنيوسي أو بالإنجليزي نسميه amniotic fluid. طبعا amniotic fluid هو جدا مهم، ضروري وجوده عنده وظائف مهمة جدا، من ضمنها إنه يمتص الصدمات الآتية من الخارج يعني. So it absorbs jolt, and the second one is prevent adherence of the embryo to the amnion. So the amnion, the layer, or let's say the cells that is surrounding, just it makes the embryo floating in this, like swimming in this fluid. So it does not adhere with this wall. Okay, and third one is allows the fetal development. How the embryo allowed to be developed in this amniotic fluid. Okay, so this question is homework for you. You're gonna answer why the amniotic fluid allows the fetal development, and why, how and why. Okay, so this amnion or amniotic sac is derived from epiblast. As you remember, we've mentioned about it in the second lecture. The second week of embryonic development. The third one is Yoksak. Look at here, Yoksak. Yoksak is actually one of the embryonic cavities. As you remember, we have the chorion, eminion, and also Yoksak. The Yoksak is derived from hypoblast cells. Okay, and we have another one. Another structure is called allantois. So allantois is indeed the extension of the posterior wall of the Yoksak. Okay, this is an extension of the posterior wall of the Yoksak, and it has blood vessels. Okay, it has some blood vessels, and these blood vessels will become the umbilical blood vessels, derived from what? From connecting stalk. Okay, and the last one is umbilical cord, and this will consist of 2 arteries and 1 vein. Okay, and umbilical cord, as we mentioned before, it's derived from connecting stalk, so its origin is connecting stalk. Okay, it consists of 2 arteries and 1 vein. This is the umbilical cord. So Eminion, amniotic sac, the function of the amniotic sac, and you have umbilical cord and chorionic sac, Yoksak. These are all the structures that are included in the fetal membrane. So let's come to the fetal maternal organ, or we say placenta. Okay, المشيمة. نفس الوقت احنا نسميه fetal maternal organ. Fetal maternal organ has 2 components. The first one is fetal part, and the second one is maternal part. So the fetal part is derived from Corion fondosum. The fetal part actually consists of many layers, but I am mentioning just about Corion fondosum. Okay, from Corionic sac. Look, we mentioned about Corionic sac, Corion I mean, and we said it consists of multi-layers, isn't it? So the fetal part is derived from Corion fondosum. Look at here, this is the Corion fondosum. Okay, and maternal part is derived from decidua bacillus. What is decidua bacillus? طبعا هو هذا همنا a layer of one of the layer that is found in the uterus wall. Okay, so it's a functional layer of the endometrium, means the part of the mother. So as you see, fetal part معناته الجزء اللي أو اللير اللي يعود للجنين. الماتernal part هو الجزء اللي يعود للمother. اوكي، فاللاير اللي يكون fetal part هو Corion fondosum هذا. تمام. اما اللاير اللي راح يكون الجزء اللي يعود للأم هو الديسيدوا باسيلس. طبعا هو اكيد يكون متواجد في بطانة الرحم، الجزء اللي احنا نسميه ديسيدوا باسيلس اللي هو functional layer of the endometrium. تمام، اعتقد هذه واضحة. نجي على functions of placenta. اكيد راح تسألوني هاي الصورة داخلة طبعا داخلة، شنو اللي داخل بيه؟ تعرفون وين الديسيدوا باسيلس وين هو Corion fondosum. Where is the decidua bacillus and where is the Corion fondosum? This is all you are requested from it. So let's see what is the functions of the placenta. First of all, as you know, you can say it's exchange of the gases مثل ما تعرفون. Like what? Like oxygen, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. Okay, so there is an exchanging of gases between the mother and the fetus. So the second one is exchange of the nutrient and electrolyte, like amino acid, free fatty acid, and vitamins that is necessary for the development of the fetus. Third function is transmission of what? Of the maternal antibodies. So the fetus gain passive immunity from mother. Against what? Against some diseases. So we usually, if we want to see what is the kind of these antibodies, we can see that it's from mother, I mean maternal IgG or immunoglobulin G. Okay, so if the mother is having an immunity against a specific disease, the baby will get the same IgG, I mean the same antibodies against the same disease. Hormone production. The placenta sometimes, whenever the mother can produce some hormones like estrogen. Okay, and the last one is detoxification of some drugs. So just work as a filter. Okay, a filter for the baby to be to protect him from the drugs that mother have it necessarily. Okay, so this is all for lab number 5. I think everything is clear. Please hesitate to ask. See you in the next lab.